My name is Jeff Borders. I'm the founder and president of a nonprofit educational company called ThoughtStarter. We promote a conservative and biblical worldview to young people. Our board and advisory board are all dedicated Christians and constitutional conservatives who believe in things like limited government and free markets. I'm here today to tell you about our inaugural project, College Prep America, which quickly prepares students for the secular and liberal bias they will face not only in college, but in media and in life. If you have a child who's at least 13 years old who will be attending college, I'm asking for around 10 minutes of your time to explain what's happening today in our country and on our college campuses. The latest studies show that on average, liberal professors outnumber conservatives by over 6 to 1. That's 600%. Even colleges that identify themselves as Christian have almost 4 liberals to 1 conservative, and certain departments in our American colleges have ratios of 20 to 1, or even 30 to 1. Make no mistake, the secular and political left absolutely control our American colleges. So how is this prescribed worldview of the left affecting our students? Consider this. Multiple sources show that 70% of young people, by the time they graduate from college, are now walking away from the faith or church they grew up in. 70%. Why are they walking away? Well, the high-paid experts on our college campuses are telling them that what they believe is a myth, that what they believe is judgmental, intolerant, sexist, racist. Parents, all of that language is the language of the secular progressive left that control our college campuses. But to our young people who are simply unaware, it's the language of high-paid experts and PhDs who are speaking to our children at one of the most impressionable times in their lives. And let's be clear, the influence of the left on our children doesn't just end there. Who would have believed that a self-described democratic socialist would be winning the hearts of so many young people for President of the United States? Can you picture a socialist America? These young people certainly can. Why? Why is our country changing so fast? Mom and Dad, it's very simple. The secular and progressive left controls our media, they control more and more of our public school curriculums, and they overwhelmingly control our American college campuses. And parents, if we continue to do nothing, if you don't get in the game to make sure your kids are informed with all the facts and not just hearing one side of the argument, spiritually, politically, then our country as we've known it will soon cease to exist. Quite honestly, this is a massive problem that our country is up against. And to be very honest, it will not be fixed without your involvement. So how do we combat this? We combat this by getting our young people to understand very important concepts early on in their life, as early as 13 or 14. Founding father concepts, biblical concepts, economic concepts, that for the sake of our young people, when presented in a fresh and interesting way, these concepts can truly be understood. We found the most effective approach is using something called fast draw videos.
America has traditionally led the world when it comes to rewarding its hard workers and risk takers. It allows them to succeed.
These videos are very short, entertaining, and engaging. But here's the best thing they do. They take large and complicated concepts and make them very easy to understand in a short period of time. Now, we've placed these videos on a very dynamic website, which is over 2 years in the making, because we've strategically used multiple focus groups to find out what motivates kids to want to learn. And we're proud to introduce really what these young people helped us create. Here's how it works. Log into your customized account, watch a short video, usually around 3 minutes, receive a check mark, and move on to the next. Or if you're game, take the 3-question challenge. Here's what that feels like.
Their potential for major bias.
Challenge. Nice.
Now, these challenges feel sort of like a game show and make the whole experience even more interactive. But most importantly, these challenges really make sure that young people truly understand the very important concept they've just learned. Various medals are awarded for each segment, whether bronze, silver, or gold, and as you can see, each student has their own unique experience, customized with their own picture or avatar. And here's the cool part. We reach kids exactly where they are today, on any mobile device, and that allows our quick, compelling content to fit into the busiest of schedules. And to provide even greater motivation for students, we award over $20,000 in scholarships spread over multiple winning students who complete the videos, which, by the way, can be completed in just half a day. So what are these videos all about? Great question. College Prep America is about making sure our kids see and understand the big picture, the times we are living in, and everything that's at stake. It's about training up the next generation who will take the baton and lead this country. It's about instilling wisdom and discernment in young people so they can separate truth from fiction, fact from opinion, and very easily disregard the propaganda being thrown at them. Parents, because you are conservative, you may know some or even many of these concepts. But the question is, do your kids? Are they fully prepared? Do they understand how bias works in news media and dramatically affects the messages they are seeing and hearing? Do they understand how bias can even enter the world of science and affect their textbooks, school curriculums, and other commonly accepted media? Do they understand that tyranny, fear, and oppression are the norm for this world, and that liberty and freedom are extremely rare? Do they understand the underlying principles of our free market system, how jobs get created, and what has made America the most prosperous country the world has ever known? Do they understand the values and principles of the left and what it truly means to be a progressive? Do they understand the values and principles of the right and what it truly means to be a conservative? And while these concepts are very important, the next concepts are even more important. Do your kids truly understand the foundational elements of their faith? Are they able to see and comprehend that their faith is logical and reasonable, historically, scientifically? Do they understand that it is extremely logical to believe in God? Do they really understand that it is extremely logical to believe that the Bible is His Word? Do they really know just how much Christianity has transformed the world as we know it, and that it is extremely logical to believe that Jesus is exactly who He claimed to be? Can their faith withstand the attacks presented by the experts they will encounter? College Prep America is about nurturing the foundational elements of this hope and conviction as our kids come to truly own their faith. Because here's what the professors are basically saying to our kids. You only believe what you believe about God, your country, or politics, because that's what your parents believe. And now we, as the high-paid experts, are about to tell you the way things really are. Mom and Dad, we want our kids to be able to stand up at that moment and say, no, this is what I believe, this is why I believe it, and I'm prepared to stand my ground. And finally, I'd like to share with you a bonus feature of College Prep America. Our nonprofit has a passion for families, at connecting them and bringing them together. So when you sign up your son or daughter, you will not just receive one account, but 5. Yes, up to 5 people in your family get their own account, including mom and dad if they want. These accounts all link together into a private family account. The idea is that mom, dad, brother, or sister can all be watching videos on their own time schedules, yet watching and learning together as a family. And this is one place where the family can come together. It's called The Buzz, a private area just for your family that gives updates on medals, the videos being watched, and lets everyone comment. And in this scenario, it appears we have a very competitive family who is turning this into an interactive family game night. Now, some might ask, what's the point of all this? We live in a day and age where there are so many outside influences that compete for each individual family member's time and attention. College Prep America is a tool that gets families talking, that brings them together to connect in both playful banter and meaningful conversations. We believe that in the face of this massive problem that our country is up against, that it is so important to inform and empower the next generation by equipping parents with a tool that can really make a difference. And let me tell you, there is a battle going on for the heart and mind of your child, and there's a battle going on for the future of our country. Parents, it's time to get in the game. These concepts cannot be learned through osmosis. They must be taught and demonstrated how they work early on to our children. Never before has it been more important for our young people to know what they believe, know why they believe it, and be willing to stand their ground. Parents, grandparents, group leaders, please take the time to sign up your family or group for collegeprepamerica.org.